I love that tune. I don't know what that tune's called anyway, but it's a good one. Good way to do an open. Better than my hairs. Wait, open up. Anyway, I think you see Seashell Mac for that heads up there. I got to keep looking on the Facebook and places like that. Still haven't signed it yet, but I think there's you guys going to head down south, hopefully with another one before the end of the week or something like that. Wilsonville Ballpark kind of thing, or Tualatin that area. Anyway, I'll get around to signing it sometime or whatever. We'll see. Hopefully you're doing good. Hey, Michael's in the house there. Who else is hanging out there? Saw you there. Michael's in there. Oh, I got somebody on Twitch there, but probably just talking about advertisements or something on Twitch or whatever. Silly people. There we go. See if put a 1 in the chat if you're in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you're not in the chat. Okay. 1 in the chat if you're in the chat and human. 2 in the chat if you're not in the chat or you're a robot. Okay. Rooster's in the house. How are we doing, Rooster? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want me to go over the news, or do you guys want to see what's going on in Portland right now? I got what's going on in Portland on my side screen here. Or can I cover some news first? I want to cover a little bit of news. Okay, is that okay? I know you guys want the crazy drama stuff or whatever, but I want to watch some of the little news from yesterday and things like that real quick. Okay. Sorry, I didn't come on sooner. Just click this button here. Oops, not that button. This button right there. That way I can do this other news things here first, okay? Unless you guys don't leave me and watch other drama channels, you can do that too, but let's check out some stuff over here. Let's watch that later. Well, I like to watch the funny stuff later. But Haley was over there hanging out with some people asking questions about the different things here. Let's just do it. What's going on over here?
Well, the Arabic police... We're here at an anti-Muslim protest, and we've seen lots of spatters break out already. You're a local here. What do you think the police enforcement of law is here?
Well, the Arabic police will not do nothing against the Arabics. If you're American, they're going to come against you. But as far as doing anything, this man right here assaulted them. All they're going to do is talk to him. They ain't doing nothing about it.
Yeah.
He should be arrested for assault. He should be taken away. He's agitating. He's starting trouble in this himself. He has no right.
I mean, the incident occurred right in front of him, and yet they did nothing about it. And do you think, like, in Portland at least, a lot of the officers, their hands are tied with who's above them and the calls and shots that are being called above them? Right. Is that the same here, or would you say it's more
getting that way?
Yeah.
It's getting that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's unfortunate to see the corruption.
I've had a problem myself with this place because I'm not American. I'm American. They tried to arrest me. They tried to give me the jaywalking. They harassed me all the time just for what I am.
Yeah.
If I was it, I could pretty much do anything. No problem.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Thank you, Seashell Mac, for popping in. Every once in a while, if I see a few more people pop in, I'll try to scroll up and click on that little thing there for Oregonians in the chat. Besides Seashell Mac, any other Oregonians in the chat? Put a 1 if you're an Oregonian, or write down Go Ducks or something like that. You can write down Go Beavers if you want to, but I prefer you say Go Ducks. No problem. Let's see what else we got going on here. Speaking of Oregon here, I want to this lady is a principal, evidently. Dave Medina got this. Echo Shaw Elementary School outside of Portland. And watch who she compares ICE to.
Fascinated by world. My name is Laura Mannon. I am the principal at Echo Shaw Elementary School. I am horrified by what is happening in my community. I, as a child, was fascinated by World War II and read all of the stories about the Holocaust. And we are entering similar territory. What ICE is doing is what the Gestapo did in Nazi Germany. And that is not an oversight.
Illegals versus ethnic group. You see where's the similarity? People not legally allowed to be a citizen in your country taking over citizens versus ethnic group. Please tell me that you get more history than third grade, please. As a principal in Oregon, please tell me you studied a little bit more history than third grade history.
Statement. When I see masked people tearing people out of their cars, breaking their windows, sitting on them as if they were, I mean, I felt like I was
When you resist arrest, what do you suppose people are going to do? When you somebody's drunk or something and they resist police because they're drunk, what happens to them? Yeah, they get subdued is what it's called. That's what happens. What before all this sort of be nice to all the children kind of behavior happened, what were teachers doing to kids or whatever that were physically making things bad in the class? What were they doing? Were they finding a way to subdue them? Yes, they were.
watching a George Floyd video, except that I now know George Floyd.
Oh, Cornelius. Okay, this is out in the Western Oregon area. They have quite a few undocumented people over there, in that ballpark of the world there, agricultural district.
George Floyd is my friend. This is not okay that this is happening.
George Floyd is your friend, really? You have a lot of drug addict friends that try to steal things like that. I didn't know the principals of Oregon have friends that do that kind of stuff. And interesting. You can see what Oregon has to deal with. Here's a fun one here for you. Starts off from the beginning. He's got a good rack, huh? Yummy, yummy. I want carrots. Anyway, I thought that was fun to watch. You guys just take off. You guys wanted to watch all the crazy stuff. Ginger, you want all that woman? Yeah. She's a little bit of a wild one there. I tell you, some of these women out there, crazy. You guys want the drama or not? There, I can give you the drama if you want to. I'm not a big fan of showing Tommy on the screen, but there's some lefties out there that are dancing in Portland and doing crazy stuff, getting in Tommy's face while they're supposed to go into a city hall or something like that. That's a thing I could probably show here. Portland City Hall. Are they doing something tonight? Portland, Oregon City Hall live feed. Is there a live feed of that thing tonight, you think, guys? Portland.gov website. Signal website. Let's see. Let's see what they're doing here. You guys don't mind watching that thing on the screen there for me real quick here? Just to give you something there. Maybe something to watch there while I see if I can find the city council meeting here. 11/19, 10 Portland, Oregon, right? Yeah, Portland.gov. Looks like an Oregon picture in the thing. Current city council agenda related. I don't see them setting up a meeting today. Why are they going there? A special meeting or something like that is going on tonight? Let's find out their YouTube page or something like that here. They have a YouTube, Facebook, X. They got Instagram. Where's their YouTube? Everybody's got a YouTube page. Come on. Coming executive sessions. I don't see that on the list there. Sorry, guys. Trying to find a meeting here that's supposedly these people are going to some sort of a meeting at the Portland City Hall. Maybe it's a different kind of meeting or something. Upcoming committee meetings. Today's the 19th. December 8th. Nope. Yes, if you guys see a meeting or whatever, Portland or whatever, let me know. Let's see what else we got going on here, though. What was the question Jeffrey said to ask here?
You
or
had
answer?
House Oversight Chairman Comer said yesterday on the floor that you had Jeffrey Epstein over for dinner and took money from him back in 2013. This was after he was on the sex offender list.
Hey,
Any
Jeffy.
comment on that? And will you be holding members accountable, regardless of party affiliation, if there were any misdeeds related to the Epstein?
Was that a serious question or a serious?
Are you going to answer the question? Don't ignore the question. You got Trump had questions he didn't like yesterday in front of the Saudi crown prince. But guess what? He still answered them.
Statement from malignant clown James Comer that I had Jeffrey Epstein over for dinner.
I thought we weren't supposed to dehumanize people. I thought that was kind of the new thing. Don't dehumanize people. He just called a committee chairman a malignant clown.
That I accepted money from Jeffrey Epstein. What's extraordinary to me about the clown show on the other side of the aisle is that they lie with impunity on things that are
Then tell us it's a lie by answering the question.
objectively verifiable. And why do they do that? It's because for months, Republicans have been burying the Jeffrey Epstein files, not Democrats. Our view continues to be the same. We want to make sure that what the survivors.
Thank you, Jeffy. Thank you. You didn't have to do that, but thank you for the donation there. Remember, I'm not grifting, not gonna grift, not gonna do it.
Have asked for, which is full and complete
I'm not sure what's going on with his teeth.
transparency in order to bring about accountability, actually happens. And Congress decisively and in a bipartisan way acted yesterday with respect to the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files. That's a victory for the survivors and a victory for the American people. And Donald Trump needs to sign
Likewise.
that bill into law expeditiously.
Expeditiously. Wow, that's a big word there. But notice how you did not answer her question about your involvement. I wonder if anybody else pressed him on that besides the right-wing outlet. What Bo Diddle do here?
Tifa-backed and Democratic.
No, that's a long video. I don't want to watch a long video. Some other time. This is yesterday, I assume.
You can see right there on the sign, it's either a Catholic or a Christian church next to a vehicle, because this is nearby where Ford was started. And Dearborn, Michigan now is the largest, if not one of the only towns here in America where the population is majority Muslims as far as being part of the religion of Islam. Right now, 55% of the population here inside of Dearborn belong to the.
Yeah, didn't they have 4 years to release those files? They keep saying they were in a process. They were in a process. For 2 of those years, I'm pretty sure they had Democrat president, Democrat Senate, and Democrat House. Pretty sure. At least 2 of the 3, if not all 3. But yeah, they weren't worried about it then. That's interesting, right?
Islam religion. And yesterday you saw clashes between Christian protesters and Islam protesters as things got pretty wild, as a man even brought out bacon and slapped the Quran with bacon, and then he did try to light the Quran on fire. Muslims obviously came in and took the Quran. If a Muslim were to do that to the Bible, you'd see the exact same response. So things got super wild.
Would you, Nick? Some Christians, like BCP or something like that, maybe so, but not a whole lot of people would sort of be as mad as Muslims are about disparaging the Bible like that.
And then you also had a man who.
Okay, there's a little bit of activity going on here at the thing here.
God bless ICE! God bless ICE! God bless ICE! And God bless Donald Trump! God bless ICE! God bless ICE! We love ICE!
ICE out of Portland! ICE out of Portland!
Donald Trump. God bless ICE. You guys touch me, bro, and there's gonna be a fucking issue. You're blocking my path. Oh, you'll find out. You'll find out.
I want to see.
You'll find out.
I want to see.
Oh shit.
Look at that white tongue. He got a white tongue. Ew, ew. Bruh, he got a white ass tongue.
Yep.
He don't brush.
Imagine being like a person like this that's concerned about ICE and everything, and letting one person that's for ICE distract them from their mission. A loud person, there's one person distracting them from their thing there, using his free speech to state his opinion, doing his thing there, has little security guards around him and things like that there, but just doing his thing.
Trump is
More concerned about him. More viewers are going to watch Tommy now because of your behavior. If you just kind of focused on what you're doing, you know, going into the meeting, none of this would be happening. He would just kind of ignore you, you just keep your 6 foot distance and yell and scream or whatever. But because you're trying to behave like this and silence him, you're going to get him more viewers and show how ridiculous your movement is.
cannot consent to beauty blockers. Stay the fuck away from our children.
Tommy, all right, now focus on the ICE thing. We love ICE. We love ICE, you know, and other stuff related to that. That's why they're here, you know. I would do the occasional question of them, say, do you want open borders? Do you want open borders? You want people to come in by the millions? Is that what you want? That's what I would ask.
God bless ICE. We love ICE. 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 Let's fucking go. God bless ICE. We love ICE. God bless ICE. We love ICE. God bless ICE. We love ICE. God bless ICE. We love ICE.
Is he listening to me?
We love ICE.
He fucking
God bless ICE. We love ICE. God bless ICE. We love ICE.
Hey guys, do me a favor. You guys are probably already followed Tommy, but the restreamer that I'm watching right now is in that link there in the description. Please go give him a quick follow if you would for me, or subscription or whatever they call it on YouTube. He does a good job out there, kind of showing these streams, things like that. It has a pretty good format, sort of like Portland Andy, but he doesn't show himself on the screen. But anyway, good way to go. BDF Blaze out there. Give him a shout out there. Thank you.
God bless ICE. We love ICE. 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 Is that your IQ? God bless ICE. We love ICE. God bless ICE. We love ICE.
A lot of the same people there, you know. Trying to see if I can do this. You guys like to see that? Let me see if I can. They're just using the one screen today. Let me see if I can do this little trick here real quick. How does this work? If I take the Twitter here, you guys can still see that. And I can still do the news at the same time. Can I try that, you think? I pretty much saw that video. I want to shrink this down here if I can. Okay. Oh, here's the cam video here.
We just approached 3 police officers. The man that's right there has been so aggressive. Show your eyes. I mean, this is about 30 minutes following you getting maced. But, I mean, we just approached 3 police officers here in Dearborn, Michigan. And basically their answer was, you can go down to the station. But it didn't seem like they were really going to do much about it here in the moment.
Yeah. They said I can go down to the station. The only problem is that the suspect is black blocked. Head to toe, you'll never find him. You'll never find the suspect again. If I go to the police station, he's going to leave.
Yeah.
And you'll never be able to make an arrest. So I go out and please go talk to him. At least detain him for a second while I file a report with you. So he can't leave his post. I caught him 5 minutes later on a personal call in the parking lot. So he couldn't leave his post.
And on top of getting maced, I mean, they broke your phone. They took one
They
of
broke
your
my
sticks.
phone. They stole my mic. They stole my stick. Yeah.
So that's theft and obviously
It's like yeah, robbery.
And what led up to that moment?
He was chasing down, harassing, and touching a guy in an America First hat. Said he's not welcome there, and I asked him why he's not welcome on a public sidewalk. And then he got in my face and he was going to take my camera. He went chest to chest with me and touched me. I pushed him back and he maced me. Yeah.
Good, quick interview. Way to go, Haley. I was kind of curious how that all kind of broke down there. But basically, it there. Let's go back and see if we can find out what Tommy's up to here.
For sure. Just tell him to quit blocking my path.
Okay,
everyone. All due respect, he's been harassing people. No, you guys haven't gotten out of my face since I got here, bro.
With all due respect to with all due respect to the cops, after they continually say ACAB, bull crap, the cops gonna listen to you.
It's funny.
Everybody has a job, right, sir? If it gets a fucking, you have a job to do. I have a job to do.
If it gets some pussy, no, it's fine. Brent, leave that with him. Come in with me.
Which meeting is this? Live meeting or something like that? City Council. Assuming it's City Council.
Give it to what's his name? Go give it to what's his name.
Here we go. 6 p.m. Council meeting. Here we go.
Come here.
Watch it on YouTube. Here we go.
Tons of yuck. Deport every Juan. That's a fact.
City councils. That's right. There we go.
To give a status update on our progress. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate hearing that. We often don't hear from people who have received grants and been able to do the work. So thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, we have
Yes,
Alan
sir.
Combs.
City Hall trying to get rid of
Welcome.
ICE,
Thanks
which will
for
never
joining us
happen.
this evening.
Let me pull this over here.
So we'll begin soon, and we have just a 3-minute comment. But President Pearl Gideon, I wanted to ask if I may share the 3 minutes with Patrick Alexander. We're here from a volunteer committee, part of the Portland Police Training Advisory Council.
Go right ahead.
All right, very good. Thank you. Good evening, Council President and councilors. My name's Alan Combs, and with me this evening is Patrick Alexander. We both serve on the Portland Police Bureau's Training Advisory Council, known as TAC. Patrick serves as TAC's chair. TAC was created by Portland City Council in 2012. Its members are volunteers from the community. We review and monitor training activities of the Police Bureau and provide ongoing observations and recommendations to the Bureau's training division and Chief of Police. TAC exists because of the fundamental need for community input into the Police Bureau training and practices, especially practices that allow officers to perform duties without the excessive use of force. This purpose is so important that TAC has a necessary role in identifying training improvements so that the Police Bureau can attain and maintain substantial compliance with the 2012 City of Portland DOJ settlement.
As TAC members, we regularly observe Bureau training sessions and give feedback to the Bureau Training Division. TAC observes in the past have helped improve the quality of officers' training, especially in the areas of crisis intervention, de-escalation techniques, and practices that significantly reduce the force. Along the way, TAC members learned about the police procedures, practices, and cultures. We share this knowledge with the community. TAC also joins the officers in a ride-along and participate in the...
I set that one aside here. Let's go back to Tommy. Oh, he's got the meeting right there too.
bitch. Stank ass bitch. Overflow room. Yeah. No, we're just in the overflow room because there's too many people in the other room. No. I don't give a fuck what you think. You want to throw some more pepperoni, bitch? You want to throw some more shit at me? Yeah, tranny. Fucking tranny. Quit throwing shit at people then. No, she just threw
Anyway, let's go back to the meeting there. Looks like that's kind of crazy there.
Safety policy and allocating resources. Once you've experienced Community Academy, we trust you will have a clear understanding of how.
That likely because the other room that he's in, where those people are there that in the background, had already filled up earlier with a whole bunch of leftists and things like that already. No more price fixing. There's other issues that are going on there too that people are concerned about, different stuff. But you can see the signs people put directly behind the camera there. They know where to position their stupid signs.
Aaron Backus. Nathaniel Hudson Hartman.
Welcome to hold up signs, but if you could remain seated so that other people can see, that would be greatly appreciated.
Sorry, that's my bad. I told him to stand. I thought
That's all right.
We can do jazz hands, guys. Jazz hands. I did tell everyone not to clap. For the record, my name's Nathaniel Hudson Hartman. I've been a rideshare driver in Oregon for over 8 years, and I'm honored to represent every single person in this room wearing a blue shirt as the voice for fairness for essential rideshare transportation providers in our city and our state. And I want everybody to close their eyes. And I want everybody to picture being in one of our shoes or behind the wheel. You with me? You start your shift.
Important issue or things like that. I don't mind that. Just flip around and see what Tommy Boy's up to. Actually, let me see if I can make it easier on myself here. I'm going to try this other system here. You over there, put Tommy Boy there with that. Turn the audio on.
On our way.
I want everybody to picture being in one of our shoes or behind the wheel.
Brant, Truth Speaker says hi. Special. We got our own rooms. We don't have to smell the trannies. We don't have to smell the trannies. I love you too, BLS, bro. The Patriot Room. Oh shit. We definitely get our own area where we go. Yeah.
You go home.
You
wake up the next day. You say goodbye to your family.
Not a whole lot going on right now. Mind if I go back to the news here till things heat up or something like that here? That's what I want to do anyway. So let me get rid of this. Actually, I can put this over here on that one so I can keep an eye on that stuff. We'll get back to the news. Where's that link there? There it is. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. What kind of state was this in? But some professor that didn't really know what they were talking about. It's a 4.0 student kind of schooled them here.
4.0 student. He's fucking ridiculous. I'm not doing this.
Get the fuck out!
You have a 1.2 on Rate My Professor. 0% of the people who took your class would take it again. Nothing on the exam was anything you taught us. Do you think that's normal? They look in the mirror because it's not. I'm supposed to be a 4.0 student. And even using Save My GPA, I can't get above an 80. There's something wrong with that. I've taken a quiz on every single topic you've talked about. in every single lecture. I'm gonna withdraw from the class. I don't even care. As one of your best students, not a good look for you. How did you get a PhD in chemistry is my question.
And how the hell did you get in this fucking class? That's what I want to know. You had all the audacity to say that, and I actually listened. And I'm actually very grateful to actually hear your thoughts and want to hear how bad of a teacher that I am. But I gave you instructions. I gave you information. I gave you a chance, maybe even a chance to use AI. But hell, you didn't even do that. Y'all don't even fucking listen.
He's fucking ridiculous. I'm not doing
Get the fuck out.
Wow, crazy. Oh, was that a stage that? Oh, evidently it was staged. I didn't realize this. There's several tills, numerous cuts, indicating it was probably edited from multiple takes. And when did she? This is probably staged, maybe.
That's not nice.
Whoa.
Oh no.
She's destroying the sign.
Another TPUSA attack on a college campus.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Like, somebody who disagreed with their opinions decides to use graffiti or damage their science. Interesting.
I'm
Whoa.
sorry. Hey, so that's not nice.
Whoa.
Let me take the marker then, because that's not nice. Can you
Whoa.
return that? Let's
Whoa.
Oh no.
She's destroying the sign.
I'm sorry.
What I don't like is the fact is all the other people around her should have been smart enough to stop her. Like, you're making us look bad. All the people are there are just, it's just a sign, just a table. It's not going to hurt you, okay? But they were standing around. Still nothing much going on at that meeting. Let's see what this other lady has to say at this meeting here, though.
What up, Ash and John? I love you guys.
Live Nation, and the baseball park. We are in the process of launching a new campaign for our third round of funding to pay for dock improvements, a vessel, ticketing, project planning, and the operator.
Okay, nothing I want to watch right now. Back to the Twitter here. What was going on here?
On day 4 of this operation, and DHS says that it has already arrested more than 200 illegal immigrants, and the operation is getting a ton of support, as DHS says
North Carolina going off.
is that many of these people have criminal backgrounds involving things like assault, gang affiliation, drunk driving, and more. But as you can see by this protest, there is also a lot of pushback towards this immigration crackdown. And I'll take a little walk to show our viewers a better look at this.
Kenny.
But right now where we are has been sort of a hot spot for these protests, and that is because we are outside of a Latino bakery here in Charlotte that is temporarily closing, and that's because the owner says that ICE is targeting its customers, and we know that other businesses have closed as well. The school system here says
Targeting its customers. No. Targeting people who aren't supposed to be in the country illegally. If those happen to be some of your customers, then that's not on them.
as 21,000 kids have been absent since this immigration crackdown in the
Maybe he should target, people who are in the country illegally that won't get deported. That would be a good business strategy.
mayor says that people aren't showing up to their jobs, particularly in the housekeeping and construction industry. But we have seen a lot of people have some.
You know what happens when people don't show up to their jobs in these areas? Their employers, they do this thing they're called finding other people to fill those jobs and everything. This has been going on in America for 250 years. If you don't show up to your job because you might not be in the country legally, then that job gets filled by someone else, depending on the employer, whatever that person might be, have documents or not documents.
Pretty tense reactions because of this. We've seen people who spot ICE agents cussing at them, yelling at them. We know that there has been 2 separate car ramming incidents just here in Charlotte alone, and that comes as DHS says that they have seen an unprecedented surge in car rammings towards CBP and ICE agents. But Homeland Security says it isn't slowing down. ICE agents were spotted in the Raleigh-Durham area today.
At least the mechanics there and body people get some more work, huh?
And Louisiana's governor says New Orleans is next.
New Orleans is next. Ooh, wow, that could be crazy in New Orleans. Or the French people get upset. Radical leftists. Let's see here.
This is my opinion. If you support Trump's ICE raids, you are a bad person. You're not a Christian.
Seriously. You're not a Christian if you support sovereignty in your country.
You have no morals. Those are innocent people. And yeah, some of them are illegal. So what?
All of them.
So what? The illegal workers do the most work than the legal ones. I'm sorry. I've never seen a lazy Mexican a day in my fucking life. They're always busting their fucking ass to make a better life for them and their kids and their family. But yet you
I don't want to know what's on her cheek.
want to send them to labor camps. Auschwitz-styled labor
Oh, you
camps
just went out.
just hidden as a holding cell so that they can process them. They aren't processing people. They're not letting people out. If they were letting people out, we would have got that news. But
They're out, out of the country. What is wrong with the mental ability of these people here?
they're not. How is it that there are so many, and I mean so many thousands of people in this El Salvador camp, but yet none of them get released, but yet they still have room to put more in? Let's go back to not.
In Germany here, you tired of that thing there. You know how you can make a prison bigger. You know this, and then they can fill more spaces by increasing the size of the prison. You do know what you just talked about, people, Mexicans, things like that, and they're hard workers. You know, one thing that they're hard working at is construction. And what construction is when you build things. Wow. Rocket scientist. Let's see what's going on back in the city hall here.
National Socialist playbook. And that, as I quickly learned from the continuing flow of uncharitable messages I was receiving, means Nazism, something I reject and stand firmly against.
I stand against socialism. Yep.
Caught off guard by how many people had misinterpreted and some purposely misconstrued my message. Anyone who knows me knows that I don't play dirty and I don't rely on cheap tactics of name calling. I would not ever knowingly make statements of this nature. The original point I was trying to make is about transparency. The AI algorithm legislation has been created for local governments by a national organization, Local Progress, who develops progressive policy legislation to be adopted by cities and counties. I raise this for transparency's sake.
Is
because
Tommy
this
doing
not
something stupid?
The last nationally driven policy that some of this council will bring forth, and it's not.
You're fucking retarded. You're fucking retarded.
Okay, Tommy's on the outside there. Okay.
Popped out for me. It's a big issue that everyone is paying attention to.
They can hear him inside the building.
Government focus on economic relief.
Point of order.
I would like.
Is there a reason why Councillor Ryan is getting to make an entire speech about a policy that we are not on yet? Because I haven't heard an apology about the Instagram post that inadvertently called numerous councillors of color a Nazi. And all I heard was victim blaming, assumptions that no one else can possibly understand, an Instagram post.
Counselor, I believe that this is related to the AI price fixing ordinance, which is an open agenda item right now. Am I mistaken there?
Need to be listened to, President. I appreciate that, Madam President. There are two things that have popped out for me. Affordability is the big issue that everyone is paying attention to, regardless of where you are on the political spectrum. People want to see their government focus on economic relief. I want to focus our work on this council to bring that economic relief through workforce development efforts, more efficient and cost-effective services, and ensuring that our tax base is getting what they paid for. And since we are talking about housing affordability today, we know the way to less expensive housing, both rental and privately owned, is by increasing our housing production of all kinds. That is
This is more fun. You just listening to Tommy from here. You can hear him outside in this meeting. If you just want to turn it up, you can hear him.
I will have to continue to react to unfounded attacks from those who politically are not aligned with me. I can take criticism all day long about my policy positions. That is what we are here for. But the personal attacks and discrediting and distracting from the work that Portlanders need this council to do. The opportunity to share, and thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Counselor. Counselor Avalos, are you in the queue to discuss the AI price fixing ordinance?
Yes.
Go right ahead.
Thank you. First off, I just want to respond to what I just heard, because what I didn't hear was an apology. And I find it really frustrating for colleagues to spend a lot of time posting about other colleagues. I'm sorry, but I do not recall any of us going out of our way constantly to call out other colleagues. And so I expect professionalism and decorum from you, Counselor Ryan. I'm really disappointed that you made that whole speech and did not include an apology. Oh,
Counselor, is
he
this?
was able to speak. This is
He was speaking to the. He was speaking to the ordinance before us. Can you?
Me, but you didn't interrupt him.
He was speaking to the ordinance. Can you please make sure your comments are to the ordinance?
That is what I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to the fact that we are talking about an ordinance, and yet there are posts that get made about people. And I'm rejecting that. And if Councilor Ryan gets to make a big speech, then here I am doing mine too. So I think it is appropriate to call that out, because I'm really tired of also being the recipient of vague posting. And I think that if we are going to expect each other to respect each other as colleagues, then we need to focus on the policies. This policy is the no-brainer.
Children.
That goes along with what AG Rayfield just announced today. It is clear that there is a movement across the country to address the fact that landlords are continuing to collude with each other to the great disadvantage of Portlanders. And that is contributing to why we have such a high houseless population. It is contributing to the economic instability of Portland.
Go after private businesses and landlords. See how things go skyrocketing.
And I discourage and I reject that non-apology. So I am excited to support this. And I hope that our counselors in the future will focus their posts on the merits of the policies and not on personal attacks. It's ironic to hear you say that that is what you experience when that is what we all experience from you.
Hold on.
Why you sweat so bad, bro? You're on drugs? I think you're on drugs, bro. God bless Donald Trump. Hey, did you guys know? Did you know that if the House Apple, you also have the banana?
Well, at least the police are out there to make sure people behave or something like that. There's the other guy.
You know, trans women are men and trans men are women. I have a wife at home. I can get pussy anytime I want. Okay, I'll move out of your way, sir.
As he walked right where he didn't have to walk to.
This is a public sidewalk. He's nowhere near you. He's nowhere near you, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Victim mentality.
Man, whoever's coming needs to get here so I can get this phone out of my hand.
You don't scare nobody, bro. You don't scare nobody. You don't scare nobody, bro.
That's interesting stuff, but it's just typical silly behavior from the leftists out there. Let's see what's going on back here.
And this is one small piece of the puzzle when it comes to addressing housing affordability, and we should take every chance that we get. I also want to add that today, Senator Wyden, who our office has been working with him on this policy as well, because he hasn't been able to pass it at the congressional level, has decided to bring forward the policy again in an attempt to pass it in Congress. Although speaking with his staff, we're aware that they simply don't have the votes right now to make something like that happen. What we have to do then as a local jurisdiction is to pass this here where we can. And Senator Wyden's office has sent letters of support. We're happy to forward that to you. And
this is the councilwoman that gave people ideas on how to help people get away from ICE, and legal ways to get away from ICE. This is her. Not her, the other one.
On this, Council Murillo, it's been a pleasure to work with your office on this. I want to say that this legislation doesn't come out of some special interest. This legislation comes out of the very long tradition in the United States to deal with antitrust. It dates back to the 1890s with the Sherman Antitrust Act. Senator Sherman famously quoted, "If we will not endure a king as a political power, we should not endure a king over the production, transportation, and sale of any of the necessaries of life." And so what you're seeing is actually a policy crafted after Supreme Court Justice Louis Brandeis in dealing with antitrust. Very much not a socialist thing, by the way. The evidentiary basis for antitrust, by the way, in the United States is tested in the courts. We had the Sherman Antitrust Act, the Clayton Antitrust Act, the Federal Trade Commission Act, and later stuff as the decades roll on. And the reason why we had all that is because it's
Going after local landlords, unless they own like half the city or something like that, for landlords, there's no reason to go after them and force them to do things. No. They own a couple buildings or whatever, and they're not doing anything illegal, leave them alone. If people don't want to live there, they don't have to live there.
fixing. And so this is why I support it. It's good on the economics. It protects Portlanders from fleecing in the rental market that we can expect to continue unabated unless we take action. We are taking action. This is urgent, and I am so ready to vote yes on this. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Dunphy.
Do you know how quickly you're going to have landlords, property owners sell their property, say somebody else deal with this, I'm not going to deal with it, and nobody's going to be able to afford to buy that stuff. They're just going to let it go and say, sorry, I'm closing it down.
This economy are facing the worst, scariest moments of their lives every month. And we are living in a system that has failed our most vulnerable. If you are only going to build housing in our community because you want unfettered access to abusing renters and milking every dollar out of the people in my community, I will do everything in my power.
Oh my goodness, these guys are socialists, just crazy socialist type behavior. Like, oh, feel sorry for everybody, you know, when people are leaving your city in droves, and they, oh my goodness. Let's see what Tommy Boy is up to.
Trump train made it. We made it to the Trump train. Oh, it's still early too. Deport all illegal. Except for the mid-booty Latinas, the 9s and 10s can stay. But the rest gotta go. If you're in hate, you're too late.
He's a big Alex Stein fan, isn't he?
You're too late. God bless Donald Trump, who saved this country from you radical leftist lunatics. Prove it. You guys are the ones that are deporting pedophiles, trying to call pedophiles men, minor attracted people. You guys are trying to normalize pedophilia. You're a man after that woman that goes to fucking women's bathrooms. The fuck? You guys trying to normalize pedophilia by calling fucking perverts men. Tell me how you guys are not the fucking pedophiles. Why isn't he in jail for it then? If he's a pedophile, why isn't he in jail? No, Obama, if he was on the list, you don't think Biden would have released it a long time ago? And he was trying everything in his power not to let Trump win the presidency? He would have released it the 3.5 years he had it? No, because all Democrats are on that list. Let's go, Trump trying to put all illegal.
Tommy doing his thing out there. Let's see, back to the inside. Silliness or not?
Amendment, which we adopted together last week, which solve many of the concerns that were initially brought forward. It's important to note that there are still some risks, and it's unclear to me whether or not this policy will actively bring down rents in our community. I don't ever want to give a false sense of hope to our renters who really do need help in this economy. I worry about the legal risk as we've seen other cities enacting similar policies face lawsuits, but risks should never handicap our ability to bring innovative policies forward that seek to solve big challenges. We will never make progress for our community unless we're willing to take on a little bit of risk and take bold steps to do better. For these reasons, I plan to vote yes today. I want folks who aren't yet convinced to know that I am fully committed to receiving feedback and updates on how this works as it's implemented. And this is not the end of the conversation. It's certainly not the end of the work to support renters in our community. I am always open and ready to engage as we move big changes forward to make sure we get them right and to continue to take on this work collaboratively as we make policies better so that more and more people can get to yes. Thank you. Councillor Koyama Lane.
Thank you, Council President. I'm proud to be a co-sponsor of this ordinance. A big thank you again to Councillor Murillo and her staff. I know you have worked really, really hard. This legislation matters. Renters make up of about half of Portlanders. They deserve a city where housing is stable, affordable, and fair. As a teacher, I've seen students lose their homes mid-year, coworkers forced to leave Portland because they couldn't afford to live where they work. These disruptions hurt families, schools, and our whole entire community. This ordinance brings transparency and protections to our rental system. It's a step towards housing justice, especially for those who are the most vulnerable in our community, like immigrant families, asylum-seeking families. So today, let's stand with Portland renters and pass this ordinance, colleagues.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Canal.
Thank you, Madam President. I spoke in favor of this last week, so I'll just kind of confine my comments to the new parts of what has occurred here. But I will say that it's really helpful to hear where everyone's at, and I appreciate the comments. I think we could probably spend a long time speaking about that first sentence of the post.
Let's go back and see Tommy here. Sorry, it's alternating here.
It's just eyeliner. I just like the eyeliner. No. Actually, it's just a metal.
Give it 2 years. He'll be full blown with titties and chop off his dick and make a rock pocket. The ideology eats you up quick. The radical leftist tranny ideology eats you up quick.
Look at them dance in the background over there, doing all their thing there. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Oh, let me switch back over here. Forgetting to do this. All right, yes, I'm going to send you over to BDF Late. Or wait, there's a few more people watching. You're watching on Twitter or something like that. Thank you guys for watching on Twitter. I am available also on YouTube. But anyway, right now we're just chilling out here doing our thing. Hopefully everybody's having a good day out there. Tommy's just saying stuff that might not be YouTube friendly.
Off the hook, you guys.
Anywho, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to send you over to his channel so you can watch the screen here. He's also got somebody inside there that's also showing the Portland City Council meeting and what's going on there. hopefully some people are making sense in there, and they're probably going to talk about the ICE facility thing in there also. Nonsense there. This lady here looks like she's having. You said that's a 4-foot lady you're talking about, probably, right? Anyway, I copy the link here again for you. This guy is what? Click the link in the chat here. Paste it. Yeah. Go check out BDF Blaze here. Send you over there in just a second here. There's something else going on here.
Oh, you know what? This might actually make you not like me. I'm going to tell you.
You ain't tough, little man. With your mask. With your little fucking COVID mask. With your little COVID mask. Oh shit, what's wrong with you? Hey, did you know that trans women are men? Did you know that trans women are men? Trans just means pretend. Why is
people are very irritated evidently over here. Anyway, guys, I got other things to do. Ow. We'll probably talk to you later. I don't know if I'll come back on later tonight. If it gets crazy or whatever, maybe I will, but I like to stream for about an hour and call it a day lately for some reason. Maybe I'll do different tonight. Not get redirected. Oh, Papa Willie, I'm sorry to do that. No dancing for me tonight. And I did get one donation there. I guess I could make a song, but I was trying to. What's this crazy lady doing here?
Hey, my mom got a big old nose too, so it's all right. And she's not Jewish.
Well, you couldn't be that lucky, obviously. If you were a Jew, I'd have to slap you upside the head. I can put up with you because I believe that you're probably saved by Jesus.
We love
That's
Jesus.
okay.
Christ is King. Yes, sir.
Oh, that side of...
Christ is King. I'm not a perfect Christian, but I love Jesus.
Yeah, I know. You know what's interesting?
What kind of question is that?
Jew. Did you know that about Jesus?
Who? Yeah.
Yeah. And he
I
was
think-
like, and he went against the
And he was
temple.
brown. Yeah, because he was from that place where they're brown.
The brown place?
Where was Jesus from? Israel. There you go. No, I don't know. No, he wasn't. I don't fucking know. I'm still learning.
He certainly is.
I love Jesus. I just don't know everything about it. Yeah. I'm still learning. I'm still a learning Christian.
That's okay. Well, one of the things he did is he went up to the people who were the head of the temple and he said, "You're telling our people things that aren't real and is against the teaching of God or whatever, right?" And I think if Jesus were alive today, he'd be up against the church right now. That's all.
He's from the Middle East. That's why he's brown. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't like him if you met him, Tommy.
I love legal immigrants. I don't have a problem with I don't have a problem with legal immigrants coming from anywhere. The problem I have is illegal invaders coming into the country illegally. No, he wasn't.
He was by definition legal. Did they not understand the story of Christmas? Mary and Joseph went to Bethlehem for a certain reason. Why did they go to Bethlehem? To stay within the law. Oh my goodness gracious.
Meeting is about
Nazareth.
No.
Jesus of Nazareth.
I'd like to know something that I heard. I know.
Jesus of Bethlehem.
This is what I heard that really.
Oh yeah, the thing yesterday, yeah, that was crazy, yeah.
I'm joking.
Oh.
Okay, I already said that. They're talking to ICE facilities. They're trying to open up. ICE
Anyway, I'm gonna finish the
She's
news
trying
here.
to get somebody to make her a sandwich.
For the heck of it, I'm just gonna finish the news. You guys can stay or leave or whatever. I'm just gonna go through some of the stuff here that I want to go through here. That one doesn't look important to me, so let's not do that one. Here's Scott Jennings.
Representative O'Connor said today, Abby, that I found very disturbing when he was talking about this is not what our country's founded on. It actually is. There's another president by the name of Thomas Jefferson who raped 14-year-old Sally.
Okay. I don't even like to hear her voice when Jennings going to say something. She's one of the most racist women I know in the news.
should have their name disparaged. What I'm trying to tell you is the files are being released. So if you're in the file and you didn't do anything wrong, then yeah, lawyer up, because it's coming out and people need to.
Oh, I thought people who what a
Just know what's going on.
hypocrites.
Let me let Josh get a word and then you can.
I want to put something on the table that I thought what Representative O'Connor said today, Abby, that I found very disturbing.
You're disturbing.
So these guys surrounding you, and then the police officer moved you away.
Yeah, they're just pressing me, trying to antagonize me. They surrounded me, and then this stuff, and then they want to scream in your face, and then the police have to remove the American citizen.
Why are you lying to the camera? Hey, fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! That nigga dead!
What a crazy people. Crazy people. Not the entire people, just the ones that do stuff like that.
Joe Biden. I'm just curious. How much time did his senior staff spend with him?
Did you spend with Joe Biden?
Zero. About the same amount as his staff.
Eloquent job of explaining just what a disaster Obamacare has turned out to be. It's neither affordable and there is no care. It was an act. What's killing your party is a failure to be honest with the American people about why you lost the last election. I am not accustomed to helping your party do anything.
Yep.
Jennings is so. That's a long one here. Oh, I might save that for some other time just to play the Jennings thing there.
What you're getting from Dearborn is completely false.
So when this group of young men here, who is the next generation, are chanting Allah Akbar, what is that?
That is, God is the greatest. Don't you say God, Jesus is the greatest?
Yes.
So the way that you guys say Jesus is king, Jesus is God, Jesus son of God, is why we say Allahu Akbar.
Okay.
It means there's only one God and one true God.
Yeah.
You guys Christians.
So it's not any, because I think a lot of people would interpret that as a threat or something that happened.
Right,
before.
because of 9/11, and
Yes.
who created the narrative of 9/11?
It's not the same. Saying God is great versus our God is the only God. Two totally different things. Do you understand this? We're saying our God is great. You're saying nobody should believe in any God but this God. That's not the same.
It's the Jews, not the Jews.
The government?
The Zionists. No, unfortunately, it's the Zionists. It's the government and the Zionists together.
Yeah.
It's one whole entity. They formed that narrative and destroying the name of Islam the same way we you guys are scared that we're gonna Islam is gonna destroy the name of Christianity.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen. Never will happen. We won't allow that if we get any extremists out of the countries, because there are extremists in both religions, both sides.
Yeah.
So we don't sit there and defend the extremists that actually say, absurd things. We just want to fight for the truth and fight for unity. That's it. We live in peace here. There is no problem. You can interview every single American, Italian, Jew, anything you like. They will all tell you the same thing. We are united here. These young generation here. How come nobody's smoking weed? Everybody be much happier. Excuse me. So yeah, all these young generation, they're influenced.
Yeah.
They're influenced by the internet, how people react to things. They want to be the front voice of things. So yeah, they're sitting and chanting Allahu Akbar, but that is because it means God is the greatest. The same way Jake Lang is shouting Christ is king. We don't take that as an offense at all.
Because he's giving his personal opinion. He's not imposing and saying basically that our God is the only God. Anybody else who believes in another God is an infidel. That's what people take that Allah Akbar thing to mean, okay?
Who takes that to offense? Jake Lang and his little proxies, okay? So all we're trying to say is God is the greatest. It is no threat. It is just like you're saying Jesus.
Notice how whenever he says that, he gives that definition, his eyes go above the camera. When he sort of says that he's not looking at the camera when he sort of gives his definition. His eyes always go above the camera. What happens when people's eyes don't look at the camera? What's that usually indicate? How you doing, K2? How you doing? Nice to see you. Just chilling out, watching some news here. People are watching some other drama stuff and things like that. I just thought I'd check and see what went on yesterday here. Oh, I see this one here.
This is not a church service. This is a training being run by Siembra, North Carolina. It's called Safe to Work, Safe to School. All those people are here because they do not want Donald Trump's masked arms federal agents on the streets of Charlotte. They watched what happened in LA, they watched what happened in Chicago, and they're all here to be trained about how to get their neighbors and their friends and their coworkers safely to work and safely to school, to push back on the Trump administration and what they are doing. It's a Monday night. We are at the Dilworth United Methodist Church in Charlotte, and the turnout is incredible. I'm going to show you again. We are worried
Guys, leans left. He's like, he's happy it's not church. He's happy church is being used to to go against the federal government. Oh wow. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, Cam Higbee's thing the other day. I want to watch that. I'll save that for another time. Let's save that one for another time too. Just gonna get through some of these.
That you've seen in London or in the UK?
Yeah, so I left the UK 10 years ago because I saw this taking over. Unfortunately, I don't believe that Islam is compatible with the West. And as much as they want to assimilate and respect the law of the land, their women are still covered. They still do not have as many rights as Western women. I don't feel safe in these communities if I was walking through there alone. I do feel safe in Poland. The problem is the governments, they don't stand up for the people of the country. So my family were in the UK for generations, and we felt abandoned by our government. We felt as if they were protecting the asylum seekers and the migrants over the citizens, the natural born citizens of the United Kingdom. And as Muslim immigration, Islamic immigration has increased in Europe and the UK, so has the crime rates, so has rapes, murders, molestation of children. It's very dangerous, and unfortunately, their cultures are vastly different to ours. We need to be extremely careful how we tread and integrate Islam into the West, if at all. But personally, I think that it's happening too fast and at such a huge number that we're unable to actually control it. And we should be able to control our countries. These are our countries, first and foremost. Brits founded America. They brought over Western values. They brought the Constitution. The UK doesn't even have the Constitution, unfortunately, at this point. They are governed by the Human Rights Act from the UN, but that does not protect free speech. So really, the only place in the world that Christians are protected and your free speech is protected is America. And that's why I say God bless the Constitution and God bless America. This is the best country in the world.
Well said, whoever that was. This guy seemed upset. I'm not sure what happened to start that. Oh, a person punches Jake and takes off running, and somebody was running after him, I guess.
I was punched harder by Capitol Police Officer lady, so it's okay. Really, really hard right here, but it's okay. All American, baby.
I'm not sure what happened there. I'm not a fan of Jake Lang at all, but free speech, you know. This guy say here.
This is the first time hearing about it.
Any comment on Hakeem Jeffries' campaign soliciting money from Jeffrey Epstein himself back in 2013?
This is the first time hearing about it, obviously.
Comer said it on the floor.
Well, I don't know if it's true. I mean, you're just saying it, but obviously anyone who took money from him should return the money or didn't donate the money. And
Did he step down as leader?
I have to look at what you're saying is the first time.
Yeah. Are you going to call it out afterwards? No. If it was a Republican, you would want an immediate impeachment and kick him out for something like that. That's, you know, he supports that kind of behavior. But it's Hakeem Jeffries, so, you know, he gets it. the black card or the Democrat card, those are the ways that he gets out of it.
I'm hearing about it, but he should certainly return the money or donate the money. And it's the first I'm honestly hearing about it.
Any comment on?
I seriously doubt that's true, but I don't care about MJT right now.
Close the consent age marriage with the girl. You guys get to the shores of Tripoli, motherfucker. To the shores of Tripoli. 150 years ago, and you guys people take slaves, you still have. And you guys kicked out the.
Blah 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 blah. Fight. Okay. Oh, this guy was talking that Charlie Kirk stuff again. Yep. Want to hear that? That was where that fight happened with Cam Higbee. What'd she say? 32 seconds.
Money from somebody named Jeffrey Epstein, as I had my team dig in very quickly. Mitt Romney, the NRCC, Lee Zeldin, George Bush, Win Red, McCain Palin, Rick Lazio. I just want to be clear. If this is the standard that we're going to make, just know we're going to expose it all. And just know that the FEC filings, they are available for everybody to review. This is absolutely ridiculous. You just folks who also took money from somebody.
Yeah, I don't know about all of them, but I know one of them was Lee Zeldin. The one that was Lee Zeldin, it was a doctor named Jeffrey Epstein. It wasn't the same one. Bush, McCain Palin, maybe, or something back then, but the more recent one, Zeldin or something like that. Yeah, it was 139,000 he gave to Democrats and like 18,000 to Republicans or something like that. Like, yeah, who does he support more by far? I don't care about that one. We'll finish this off real quick here. Oh, that was his video. I already saw that one yesterday. I want to see what this...
Which is that they've arraigned a Democratic member for taking a phone call from her constituent, Jeffrey Epstein, in the middle of a hearing. And of course,
it wasn't a phone call, it was a text.
I don't think there's any rule here against taking phone calls in a hearing. Well, they want to...
Not exactly the best way to defend a person there, buddy. Play that some other time. Oh, and this is her, I guess, right here. I don't really care about her stupid opinion.
Oh, you want to know what fascism means? Because I'll tell you. You guys want to know?
Yeah.
You have a society. Okay. So you have a situation here where you want to go into classrooms and you want to tell faculty that they're not allowed to speak the truth about the history of this country. You want them to be, what's the word for slaves now? Involuntary employees or involuntary workers. We can't even say slavery.
You can call it what you want to. The left is the one that wants to sort of downplay it.
We're wanting to impose on the teachers. We are wanting this to be within the students. And the students want to decide what history is.
No, we know what history is, actually. Yeah. Did you know that all of our founding fathers were actually Christian, and this country was formed on Christian values?
Imagine being so crazy you interrupt a meeting like that. Fool yourself. I haven't seen this one yet.
Babies, no truth, no love, no marriage, no babies, no truth, no God, no happiness, no joy, no countries, no buildings, just rubble. I just want rubble and sadness. I want the sky to turn black. Black Lives Matter, turn the sky black. I want to melt. I want to be a puddle of mud. What I'm doing is justified, and white people living their lives is evil. White people just try to get by is evil. Black Lives Matter only. Knock down every statue. Burn down the Burger Kings. Fill the country with Mexicans. Go to their homes and live in their yards. No jobs. Quit your jobs. Destroy all of it. because of
Pretty much. Oh,
How are you doing tonight, man? Glad to have you out here. What's what brought you out again tonight?
I've had a long history here in Portland. Back in 2020, I was stabbed reporting the protest.
You were stabbed reporting the protest in 2020?
And so I'm like no stranger to Antifa, and so they doxed my location.
Mr. Delay needs to get a microphone or something. I didn't hear this one yet, did I?
Right now, when you're going and doing something like this to keep the community safe, what would you say to those people who are saying, you know, calling you guys Gestapo, things like that as you're walking around? What would you say to them?
Yeah, you know, I think the first thing I would say is, how about you live in the apartment next door to trained Aragua members that are trafficking and prostitution, guns, drugs, and taking advantage of American citizens in a violent way? Why don't you live next to them and then see how much of a Gestapo or a Nazi we are?
What's the end game here? What's the goal?
Well, the end game tonight, obviously, is to make that area a safe place. We're going to remove all illegal aliens, especially if it's trained Aragua, but any and all illegal aliens, and that's going to make this community a safer place.
What would you say to...
Boom. I like this guy. I like this guy too.
America, the cost of housing, cost of health care, cost of going to the to the grocery store. You shouldn't have to sell blood plasma in order to go to the grocery store. We can do that through a reconciliation bill without a single solitary Democratic votes. They'll be welcome to work with us, but I know what they're going to say. They're going to say no. We don't need their votes. So we did that with one big beautiful bill. Why aren't we doing it again? Instead, for 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, we've just sat on our ice cold, lazy butts and done nothing. We have to address the cost of.
He's not as funny as he usually is. On that one, toward the end here, that's on the screen. Okay, that one. That one I'll keep. Okay, yeah, those are keepers. Okay, let's see what's going on with Tommy Boy now again. Yeah, so what you want to see is the Tommy Boy stuff, huh? What's on here? Hide that one. Feel free to join my Discord if you guys want to. Michael did the other day, I think. We're trying to find. Really? No, I guess I gotta open another window here and see what's going on. Is that Portland City Council meeting still going on? Where did it go? Not Beaverton, Portland. Let's just bring this up for now. Not much going on there right now. I'm going to send you over to that guy's channel, though, guys. I appreciate you guys watching and hanging around. I got to get some dinner and do some other things over there. He's not live anymore. Michael, thanks for the heads up. See if I can find that Portland City Council meeting real quick here, just to see something else to watch, possibly. Where did it go? I see that they're live on that other Antifa feed, but I don't see them on here. Why don't I see them on here? I'm not seeing. EU government PDX. There it is.
We need these nuisance penalties, the second piece of the ordinance. It's because harms are occurring today. Kids are choking on tear gas in their own homes. Playgrounds need hazmat cleaning. We want to respond, and we're being asked to govern in the face of that. I think that, sometimes there's this sense that we can proceed with governance only after we find that perfect combination of checks and balances, or that policy that's entirely without trade-offs. but people tend to get disenchanted with governance when harm proceeds while we wait for that ideal version of governance that possibly will never arrive. So our contention is that it is our responsibility to protect people with.
Anyway, guys and girls, you guys know what you can watch there if you want to. I'm just going to put this on a different screen real quick here. Oops, not that one. Yeah, Higby can go on the screen there. He was pretty upset the other day. In about 45 minutes. Okay, Miss Maga. I'm going to send you guys over to that Blaze channel over there. You'll see the link up top there, a little ways there. Give it about 30 seconds to send you over to watch that multi-screen feed. Let me see if there's another option for you out there. I give people multiple options though, but otherwise, it's probably the best one. So for most of you guys that like the drama and things like that, I'll send you over to his channel. He's still live, right? Yeah, we just watched it. VDF Blaze is the channel there. If you want some other kind of cool content, EOD 696 is also live. What is he doing right now? Talking about politics or something like that, probably. But he needs some more subs over there, so I'm gonna.
Everybody's getting back from.
I'm gonna just give you a link here to, if you guys don't mind giving him a quick follow over there. Get it right. Copy over there. Support my buddy EOD over here if you don't mind. I know you guys like the drama and things like that, so I'm gonna raid you over to a drama channel, but feel free to click that link there and watch EOD also. And thank you for popping in, everybody. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you either later tonight doing something silly, maybe. It'd be crazy late tonight if I do, but or we'll try to get the news a little bit earlier tomorrow. And maybe I'll get a chance to go to Portland Ice and see what's going on during the day there. I can't always guarantee that, but maybe tomorrow I can. Anyway, God bless, guys. Have a good night or evening, whatever they call it.